Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The physical composition of something, especially with respect to the size and shape of the small constituents of a substance. Sand of a fine grain. Thoroughly work in. His hands were grained with dirt. Form into grains. Become granular. A weight unit used for pearls or diamonds, 50 milligrams or 1/4 carat. Dry seed-like fruit produced by the cereal grasses, e.g. wheat, barley, Indian corn. Foodstuff prepared from the starchy grains of cereal grasses. 1/60th dram equals an avoirdupois grain or 64.799 milligrams. 1/7000th pound equals a troy grain or 64.799 milligrams. A cereal grass. Wheat is a grain that is grown in Kansas. A relatively small granular particle of a substance. A grain of sand. Paint, a surface, to make it look like stone or wood. The direction, texture, or pattern of fibers found in wood or leather or stone or in a woven fabric. Saw the board across the grain. The side of leather from which the hair has been removed. The smallest possible unit of anything. There was a grain of truth in what he said. The physical composition of something, especially with respect to the size and shape of the small constituents of a substance. Breadfruit has the same texture as bread. The characteristic appearance of a surface having a tactile quality. The essential quality of something. The texture of Neapolitan life. The feel of a surface or a fabric. The wall had a smooth texture. The musical pattern created by parts being played or sung together. Then another melodic line is added to the texture. Thoroughly work in. Produce or try to produce a vivid impression of. Mother tried to ingrain respect for our elders in us. Form into grains. Become granular. Form granulating tissue. Wounds and ulcers can granulate. A weight unit used for pearls or diamonds, 50 milligrams or 1/4 carat. Dry seed-like fruit produced by the cereal grasses, e.g. wheat, barley, Indian corn. Grass whose starchy grains are used as food, wheat, rice, rye, oats, maize, buckwheat, millet. Foodstuff prepared from the starchy grains of cereal grasses. A breakfast food prepared from grain. Made of grain or relating to grain or the plants that produce it. A cereal beverage. Foodstuff prepared from the starchy grains of cereal grasses. Cosmetics applied to the face to improve or change your appearance. An event that is substituted for a previously cancelled event. He missed the test and had to take a makeup. The way in which someone or something is composed. Cosmetics applied to the face to improve or change your appearance. An event that is substituted for a previously cancelled event. The way in which someone or something is composed. Law determining the fundamental political principles of a government. The act of forming or establishing something. The constitution of a PTA group last year. The way in which someone or something is composed. The Constitution, written at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787 and subsequently ratified by the original 13 states. A United States 44-gun frigate that was one of the first 3 naval ships built by the United States. It won brilliant victories over British frigates during the War of 1812 and is without doubt the most famous ship in the history of the United States Navy. It has been rebuilt and is anchored in the Charlestown Navy Yard in Boston. An essay, especially one written as an assignment. He got an A on his composition. Art and technique of printing with movable type. A musical work that has been created. The composition is written in 4 movements. The spatial property resulting from the arrangement of parts in relation to each other and to the whole. Harmonious composition is essential in a serious work of art. The way in which someone or something is composed. The act of creating written works. Musical creation. A mixture of ingredients. Something that is created by arranging several things to form a unified whole. He envied the composition of their faculty. The way in which someone or something is composed. Having a hole cut through. A perforated eardrum. Pass into or through, often by overcoming resistance. Make a hole into or between, as for ease of separation. Perforate the sheets of paper. Enter a group or organization in order to spy on the members. Become clear or enter one's consciousness or emotions. She was penetrated with sorrow. Spread or diffuse through. Music penetrated the entire building. Pass into or through, often by overcoming resistance. The bullet penetrated her chest. Come to understand. Insert the penis into the vagina or anus of. Did the molester penetrate the child? Make one's way deeper into or through. The hikers did not manage to penetrate the dense forest. The visual appearance of something or someone. A perceptual structure. The composition presents problems for students of musical form. The phonological or orthographic sound or appearance of a word that can be used to describe or identify something. The inflected forms of a word can be represented by a stem in a list of inflections to be attached. Make something, usually for a specific function. Any spatial attributes, especially as defined by outline. Establish or impress firmly in the mind. A body of students who are taught together. Create, as an entity. Social groups form everywhere. Biology. A group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups. A category of things distinguished by some common characteristic or quality. Sculpture is a form of art. A life-size dummy used to display clothes. Develop into a distinctive entity. Alternative names for the body of a human being. The spatial arrangement of something is distinct from its substance. To compose or represent. This wall forms the background of the stage setting. Give shape or form to. Form the young child's character. Physical chemistry. A distinct state of matter in a system. Matter that is identical in chemical composition and physical state and separated from other material by the phase boundary. A mold for setting concrete. They built elaborate forms for pouring the foundation. An ability to perform well. He was at the top of his form. An arrangement of the elements in a composition or discourse. The essay was in the form of a dialogue. A particular mode in which something is manifested. His resentment took the form of extreme hostility. A printed document with spaces in which to write. He filled out his tax form. Assume a form or shape. The water formed little beads. Assume a different shape or form. Twist and press out of shape. Cause, a plastic object, to assume a crooked or angular form. Assume a different shape or form. Alter the shape of something by stress. His body was deformed by leprosy. Become misshapen. The sidewalk deformed during the earthquake. Make formless. The heat deformed the plastic sculpture. Assume a different shape or form. A unit used to measure weight. A decimal unit of weight based on the gram. A decimal unit of weight based on the gram. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. One of the outstanding players in a tournament. Anything that provides inspiration for later work. Place seeds in or on the ground for future growth. She sowed sunflower seeds. A mature fertilized plant ovule consisting of an embryo and its food source and having a protective coat or testa. A small hard fruit. Bear seeds. Distribute, players or teams, so that outstanding teams or players will not meet in the early rounds. Go to seed, shed seeds. The dandelions went to seed. Help, an enterprise, in its early stages of development by providing seed money. Inoculate with microorganisms. Remove the seeds from. Seed grapes. Sprinkle with silver iodide particles to disperse and cause rain. Seed clouds. A substance that can be used or prepared for use as food. Usually plural, consumer goods sold by a grocer. A substance that can be used or prepared for use as food. Any weight unit used in pharmacy. An ounce is equal to 480 grains and a pound is equal to 12 ounces. Any weight unit used in pharmacy. An ounce is equal to 480 grains and a pound is equal to 12 ounces. Any of the unit of the Troy system of weights. Any of the units of the avoirdupois system of weights. Grass whose starchy grains are used as food. Wheat, rice, rye, oats, maize, buckwheat, millet. Non-technical usage, a tiny piece of anything. A body having finite mass and internal structure but negligible dimensions. A function word that can be used in English to form phrasal verbs. Non-technical usage, a tiny piece of anything.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.